Hi, and welcome to the Eastside Freedom Library's Stories for Little People. My name is Gao Sheng Lee, and I am reading to you today from my home. When I was a kid, I lived on the east side of St. Paul with my family. So, this week's books explore place and belonging. Two of today's authors are from right here in the Twin Cities. The first book is by Saymoukda, Vongsay, and it's called When Everything Was Everything. One, food stamps in my pockets, $2 worth of now and laters, green saliva couldn't swallow quick enough, standing nervous, red light on Dale Street. Cross the bridge over Highway 94, trekking back to St. Albans, candy wrappers clenched tight, waved goodbye to Tiger Jack. 2. Every Friday, Bit opens the screen door and announces, Palmaleo! Palmaleo! All afternoon, we've waited. In my father's tan Isuzu truck, we drove to Hudson. Mom buys lottery tickets for her, bags of Funyuns and giant Slurpees for us. Bit likes the blue ones. They stain his tongue so good, makes a point to show me every time. On the way home, Mom spends imaginary millions in out-loud daydreams. Blue-lipped smiling, Bit tells me we are like kings in Dad's gold chariot. I agree. 3. Bowl haircuts. Red-handled scissors. 4. Holding my Korean blanket rolled under my arms, Dad carried trash bags, everything we owned, slung over his shoulders. Tiny feet tired from walking 12 blocks to our new home, stopping every other, he asks, Ila, yang da you ba? Every time looking up, forcing a smile, Doi ipa. 5. 250 Oxford Street North, St. Paul. 629 North Street, St. Paul. 308 North St. Albans, St. Paul. 3634 15th Avenue South, Minneapolis. 130 Bates Avenue, St. Paul. 1090 York Avenue, St. Paul. 6. Mani itun, Bit says. I followed him to his first grade classroom, passing Cubby's watercolor family portraits and a picture of Jesus Christ. He lifts up the lid of his school desk, number 2 pencils with bite marks, color crayons, and 2 small boxes of sun-made raisins. He hands me one and smiles, showing teeth. 7. I interrupted my class when I walked in, returned from an ESL session. Mr. Smith made everyone read out loud, stopping when they wanted to. No one ever read more than 3 sentences from Charlotte's Web. They giggled and snickered on my turn. That day, I read 2 chapters without stopping to breathe. The snickering, ridiculing, and ESL sessions stopped after that. 8. I went to Head Start preschool. Bit went to St. Mark's Catholic School. 9. I killed Pa's lawn one summer with my blue plastic pool. Fresh out of the bag, Disney underwear and bare-chested, grass blades speckled my feet and ankles. I watched as the grinning crocodile began to swim, hidden sometimes by the sun's reflection, until my waterfalls spilled over the brim. 10. Hand-me-down jeans, ripped and dirtied at the knee, working in cucumber fields, picking only the ones as big as my 5-year-old hands, or my parents won't get paid. 11. Grocery store, pharmacy, welfare office, parent-teacher conferences, All are unmaneuverable without my double tongue, looking up to my right, up to my left, at adult mouths moving and adult ears waiting, listening to everything lost in an 8-year-old's interpretation. 12. Carrying a roll of toilet paper in a wrinkled, overused plastic bag, I jumped into Pa's Isuzu. Hiding behind clouds at 3 a.m., the moon can't hear him singing during the hour's drive to a Christmas wreath-making factory. Suspended between awake and weary, I felt Ma cupping my face with her sap-dried hands, dirt under her nails, plants kisses before unrolling 6, 8, 10 sheets to blow the dust out of her nose. Her hand rakes my hair and neck, leaving dried flakes of sap, the smell of pine, the residual optimism she still has. 13. The art of haggling with the Hmong grandmothers at the farmer's market is not for the meek-minded. They will not give you 50 cents off that bundle of radishes. 14. Be the first to line up in front of the food truck before its back door slides up, thundering over the murmurings. Everyone wonders if they'll get a bag of frozen chicken this time, or angel food cake, 2 days past the expiration date. I exchange all of my cheeses for boxes of rice with anyone who doesn't look like me. 15. Mrs. Jacqueline trades cassette tapes with Matt every week. Roy Ayers, Sade, and Dolly Parton, for Thai singers I only knew by voice. Rasan's Mix, 17. With you now, everything is everything. I really enjoyed reading this book. In this book, Saymoukda shares memories of her family. What are your favorite memories with your family? Our next book is Charlotte and the Quiet Place, written by Deborah Sosin. Charlotte and the Quiet Place. Charlotte's house is noisy. In the hallway, the floorboards groan. In the living room, the TV bellows and blares. In the kitchen, her dog Otto yips, yaps, and yowls. Even in her bedroom, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the old steam radiator hisses, whistles, and whines. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's school is noisy. In the classroom, the bell clangs. In the lunchroom, the trays clatter and crash. On the playground, the swings creak, squeak, and rattle. Even in the library, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the children giggle, yammer, and yell. Where can Charlotte find a quiet place? Charlotte's neighborhood is very, very noisy. On the sidewalk, the jackhammers blast. On the street, the sirens warble and wail. Underground, the subway screeches, rumbles, and roars. Even in the park, which is supposed to be a quiet place, the leaf blower buzzes, blusters, and hums. No, cries Charlotte. I have to find a quiet place. One Saturday morning, Charlotte takes Otto for a walk. In the park, Otto spots a squirrel and he lurches free. Charlotte chases Otto, charging down the hill, over the bridge, and into a grove where Otto skids to a stop. Charlotte and Otto are out of breath. Together they sit down to rest. They close their eyes. Charlotte's belly rises up and down, up and down. Her breath goes in and out, in and out. Her mind slows down. It is quiet at last. It is so, so quiet, Charlotte notices an even quieter place. A place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even. A place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low. A place as quiet as the small silence on the very last page of her favorite book. The silence right after the end. When Charlotte is ready, she and Otto hike slowly away from the grove, back over the bridge and up the hill towards home. Nowadays, Charlotte's house is still noisy. Her school is still noisy. And her neighborhood is still very, very noisy. But Charlotte remembers that day in the park, so wherever she is, whenever she wants, when her world is too noisy, Charlotte simply closes her eyes and travels back to that peaceful place, the place deep in her belly where her breath is soft and even, the place deep in her mind where her thoughts are hushed and low, the quiet place inside. What did you think about that book? Do you have a favorite spot to go when you need to relax or be away from other people? I certainly do. For our third book, we are reading My Footprints by Bao Phi. And my daughter, Michaela, will be helping us read this book. Hi! Thuy sees those kids laughing at her again. She stomps away from school. The crisp white blanket of new snow cracks like eggshells beneath her feet. She looks behind her and sees her jagged footprints.
Footprints, she says. My footprints.
Thuy stops. She looks up at the branches that reach like gloved fingers into the sky and sees a red cardinal.
Where are your friends?
Thuy asks.
Don't you fly south with the rest of the birds?
The cardinal doesn't answer. Maybe he doesn't feel like talking right now, Thuy thinks. The little bird could fly away into the giant pane of sky if it felt in danger. Thuy points her feet in a V shape and hops once, lightly, leaving shallow prints. She stops and draws a line through the middle of each V to make a third claw.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Thuy squeaks and flaps her arms. Almost home, the houses grow closer together. She can't read the bubbly words of graffiti on the train cars, but she thinks they are beautiful. She remembers how she saw a deer here once, how out of place it looked, but she knew its family must have been close.
My footprints,
Thuy whispers. She tiptoes in small loops, dipping the tips of her boots deep into the snow like dainty hooves, wanting to feel peaceful, quiet, left alone. Mama Nyok and Mama Artie smile at Thuy when she gets home. Thuy knows that they are both tired from work, but their smiles feel like a heater that warms Thuy's snow-wet toes. How was school today, sweetie? Mama Nyok asks. Thuy doesn't want to answer that question. Instead, she asks,
do snakes have butts?
What? Mama Artie laughs. Thuy laughs at first too, then frowns. She feels like a sudden snowstorm. Are you okay? Mama Nyok asks.
I don't want to talk about it,
Thuy shouts as she shuffles away, leaving tracks like a snake slithering through the snow. She hears her mama's talking. Mama Artie's voice sounds frayed, but warm, like Thuy's favorite blanket. Thuy runs a stick along a fence that's missing 2 teeth like she is. She makes more footprints this time, running faster so they are farther apart. Quick, quick, quick!
My footprints!
Thuy pants. She is a spotted leopard that can blend into its surroundings and disappear if it's threatened.
Meow!
Thuy screeches, though that doesn't seem quite right.
My footprints!
Thuy says, stomping deep into the snow. She looks behind her and sees a grizzly bear's paw prints. Strong and brave, a bear stands up for itself. Other animals are afraid to make fun of it.
Roar!
Thuy growls, baring her teeth. Mama Artie and Mama Nyop come out into the tiny snowy backyard polka-dotted by Thuy's footprints.
What is the strongest animal?
Thuy asks. Mama Artie thinks, then says, there are lots of different ways to be strong. An eagle is strong at flying in the sky. A dolphin is strong at swimming in the sea. And what do you think? Mama Nyop asks Thuy.
Maybe a dragon.
Thuy says. She imagines one with googly eyes and a long body and whiskers fluttering like a flag among the clouds. But she can't imagine footprints. How about an elephant? Mama Artie suggests. Thuy puts both her feet together like an elephant hoof and stomps one big hole in the deep snow. She wishes she could make 4 all at once.
I want to be the biggest and strongest and scariest monster,
Thuy says.
So that if the kids at school make fun of me for having 2 moms, or tell me to go back to where I come from, or call me names or bother me because I'm a girl, I can make them stop.
Can we play with you? Asks Mama Nyop.
Yes.
Thuy says.
Let's make footprints.
Mama Nyop says, I wonder what creature we can pretend to be together because we are stronger together.
What's your favorite?
Thuy asks her. The phoenix, Mama Nyop says. Thuy sees their shadows curl into long blue feathers.
Rise from the ashes,
she shouts, remembering a story about the powerful creature. The 3 of them hold hands with Thuy in the middle, then spread their arms wide so that together their shadows form a great wingspan.
And what's your favorite, Mama?
Thuy asks Mama Artie. Do you remember the painting I showed you once of the Saraba? Mama Artie asks.
Part lion, part bird,
Thuy says. The 3 of them get in line, hands on hips, and they become the fearless, many-legged creature.
An unexpected combination of beautiful things,
Thuy yells as their Saraba marches through the snow. What's your favorite? Mama Artie asks Thuy.
I want to make one up.
Thuy says.
It can fly and swim and run, and it is always kind to everyone else and only eats birthday cake.
What does it look like? Mama Nyop asks.
It has black hair and black eyes. It's both a boy and a girl. And its skin keeps changing color from black to light brown to lighter and back to black. Not to hide, but because it always wants to be different shades of pretty. And it never hurts or makes fun of anyone.
That sounds like my new favorite creature, Mama Artie says, her laughter a warm bubble. What's its name?
Its name is Snakebutt,
Thuy says, then changes her mind.
No, it's Artie, Thuy, Ngoposaurus.
As the 3 of them hold hands, they make footprints together, the footprints of the rare and beautiful and strong and brave and quick and quiet Artie, Thuy, Ngoposaurus in the fine, cold snow. Thuy starts to chant,
Our footprints! Our footprints!
That was such a beautiful story about how Thuy learned that she did belong and a beautiful family she belonged to. Thank you for joining us for this week's Read Aloud. We hope to see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for visiting our video. I'm Beth Cleary.
I'm Peter Ratcliffe, and this is Orso, the library dog.
We are the co-founders and co-executive directors of the East Side Freedom Library in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Our mission is to inspire solidarity, work for justice, and advocate for equity for all. If you enjoy our programming and want to support our work, please visit our website, eastsidefreedomlibrary.org.